Hey guys, welcome to another toy review, and today we're going to take a look at the new Star Wars The Force Awakens Poe's X-Wing fighter from Hasbro. That's right, I'm going to be taking a look at one of the new toy vehicles from the new movie Star Wars The Force Awakens. So let's take a look at the packaging that it comes in. So in the front we get a cool artwork of the X-Wing fighter with a battle scene in the background with TIE fighters chasing him. On the bottom left corner we get the name Poe's X-Wing fighter. On the top left corner we get the logo Star Wars The Force Awakens, and on the top right corner we get Kylo Ren. And on the bottom right corner we get an open window to see the figure that it comes with. On the left side of the box we get a cool image of Poe Dameron himself, and on the back of the box it shows the X-Wing with the figure included, and it shows you some of the features of the X-Wing. And on the top of the back of the box it has a brief description of the X-Wing. Okay, now let's take the X-Wing out of the packaging to take a closer look at it. Okay, now here's the X-Wing right out of the packaging, and by the looks of it, it looks like a great toy. Okay, but before we can take a look at the X-Wing, let's take a look at the included figure that it comes with, that is Poe Dameron. Okay, so here's the included figure that comes with the X-Wing, that is Poe Dameron. Now, by the looks of it, it looks like a pretty decent figure, very nice paint job, and a very nice figure, so let's take a closer look at it. Okay, so let's take a look at the head sculpt. The head sculpt looks great. It has a very similar detail likeness to Oscar Isaac. Very nice detail. I like the paint job on him. The eyes look great. The eyebrows looks great. Very nice detail on his hair. Very nice, cool. I really like the outfit that he's wearing. Very nice, cool. Very nice detail. On the left side of his chest, he has the Rebel Alliance symbol. And he's wearing this white vest, which is very cool and very detailed on the sides of his chest. Very nice, cool, and all his pockets on the sides right there. He has like this communicator on the front of his chest that has like this wire going all the way down to his pants. That I think that's really cool. On the back, he has like all these bumps and ridges on his back. That is very nice. That is a very nice, cool. And I really like the color of his like whole like jumpsuit. I really like it. Very nice orange color. Very nice detail. And I really like the belts that he's wearing around his chest and around his leg right there. And on the back of it, I really like it how they painted that. I think that looks great. Very nice detail. I really like all the wrinkles on in the pants and in the arms. I really like that. He's wearing like these black gloves that he uses in the movie. I think that looks great. Very nice paint detail. And on his pants, you can see all the pockets and the wrinkles. I think that looks great. And he's wearing these black shoes, which look really great. And on the bottom, he has two pecas on the bottom of his feet. Okay, so let's take a look at the included accessories that it comes with. So the figure comes with this Rebel Assistance X-Wing fighter helmet, which looks really great. I really like the dark gray plastic that they used on this. A very nice, cool. I really like the paint detail on the helmet right there. I really like the symbols around the helmet. And they use this translucent gold plastic for the visor. I think that looks great. The helmet just looks overall great. I really like the helmet. And you could just peg the helmet on his head, which fits very nicely. It is very easy to put it on his head. It looks very cool when you put it on. And it fits really nice and tight. It's very cool. And it comes with a blaster, which you can store on the side. It has like this holster for the blaster. And it's very nice tight in the holster. And you can take it and you can take it off and you can peg it in his hand. It's very hard to peg it in his hand, but he grips onto the blaster very nice and tight. And the articulation is very simple. He can look up and down, and it has neck pivot. His arms can go up and down, and his legs can kick up that much and kick back that much. And the figure stands at near 4 inches tall. Okay, so we're taking a look at the figure, and now let's take a look at the X-Wing. The X-Wing looks great. Very nice detail, very nice paint job. Okay, so let's take a look at the assembly requirements and the things that it comes with to make the X-Wing. Okay, so the thing that comes separate is the nose, and you could just take it out very easily. It just plugs in very easy, and you could just take it out very easy. And the nose is a gummy plastic. It's not really hard. And maybe it's because like when kids drop it, maybe the tip of the X-Wing will fall. And if this whole thing was plastic, it would just like break off, and you don't really want that, so they made it like gummy, so it won't, so the nose won't like break or bend like that, so it won't become like this whole part, so it's just a gummy plastic, and it's a similar color to the X-Wing, so it fits right in. Okay, so another thing that comes separately is the X-Wing turrets. And these turrets come a little bit warped in the packaging. You can see they're slightly bent, but before you put it on like the side of the X-Wing, I recommend that you try bending them out before you put them on. But it's very hard because you don't want to bend it too much because it will leave a dent like right here. So be careful with that. Don't like bend it too much or it will instantly break off. So there's a specific side that a turret goes to, so you might want to look into that before you plug them in. The accessory is this red missile, and it's a very done in this red slightly translucent plastic. It's very nice light red, and it's not gummy. It's a really hard plastic, and it plugs into the bottom side of the X-Wing, so when you push it in, it fires out. And there's a hole right here underneath the X-Wing, and what you do is that you plug in the missile, and there's a button right here that you press to fire the missile, and it fires pretty far. And BB is attached to the vehicle. He is not removable, like he actually attached to the vehicle. On the top of his head there's silver paint with orange paint going around his head, and on the bottom of his head there is orange paint right there, like underneath his chin, and there's silver paint going all the way around his head, and his eye is black with silver paint around it. And the bottom of his eye, he has like this tiny camera that is painted blue with silver paint painted around it. And the whole body of BB-8 is just a plain white plastic, no other paint applications like that, just on his head. And BB has slightly articulation. You can move the head front and back. You can move the head front and back like that, and you can slightly twist his head. And there's this feature with BB-8. If you push BB down, it opens the wings. And there's this switch behind him, which if you switch back, it closes the wings. And there's this stand that hides underneath the front of the X-Wing, which you can pull down, and you can actually stand your X-Wing like that. And I very like the details in the paint job on this thing. It looks very cool. I like the orange mixed in with the gray, and I like the light gray parts that are painted on there. I think that looks great, added some more detail to the X-Wing. And there's orange paint going around the engine. There's orange paint and light gray paint on the wings, which are on both sides. On the cannons, it has the tip, and on the top of the cannons, it has light silver paint on it. And right here it has silver paint, and on the back of the cannon it also has silver paint. And I really like the details around the engines and the wings. Looks very cool. I like all the nice detail and marks on the front of the X-Wing. I think that looks really cool. And right there in the cockpit. And going all the way to the back of the X-Wing has all these like wires and boxes, which is very nice detail. And going all the way to the back of the engine, it has very nice detail with wires and the engine, very nice. And the figure does fit in the cockpit. You just have to kick his legs up by that much and kick his arms up that much. And what you do is that you slide him in and you squeeze his arms so he can fit in the cockpit. Now it's gonna be tricky sometimes, but when you squeeze his arm, he does fit in, and you slide him in and you just close it, and there you go, he fits in the cockpit. And it's also difficult to take him out. You just you open the cockpit and you grab his head and you just wiggle him until you be able to grab him, and all you do is just wiggle until, now it will be tricky to get him in and out, but all you do is just wiggle, and there, he's out of the cockpit. And the X-Wing measures about 15 inches across, and by the wings it measures about 14 inches across. And there's my review of the new Star Wars The Force Awakens Poe's X-Wing fighter. Overall, I think this is a great toy. Is it really meant for collectors? Not really. But kids will enjoy playing with this. This is a great toy for them. They will have fun playing with this, recreating the battle scenes from the movie. I really recommend it for kids, even though the wings do get a little bit warped in the packaging. I really think the kids won't matter about that because it really doesn't really show that much. It really doesn't pay attention. The wings don't really pay that much attention, even though they're warped. But overall, I think your kids will love this toy. So if you like this video or you want more reviews like this, please like and subscribe. Thank you for watching. I am Toy Ninja. So happy hunting, my friends, and have a nice day.